Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we're going to make the matching bracelet to go with this necklace. So if you watch this necklace tutorial, the bracelet is basically the same thing, only in bracelet form. But first of all, our encouraging word for today is she is more precious than rubies, and that is Proverbs 3:15. Okay, so I loved these beads, loved them. I thought that would go with so many different things. I wanted to do something minimal, not too elaborate with this because I just wanted to showcase the beads. So for the necklace, I did 5 sets with the rondelles. As you can see, this one's the center one. And for the bracelet, we're going to do 3. And there will also be a pair of earrings that are going to go with this, but I haven't filmed that one yet. So this is from the Bargain Bead Box. That's what these beads are from. Bargain Bead Box is a monthly beading subscription service shipped straight to your door for $19.49 a month. If you subscribe, you also get a coupon to use in their sister store, Bead Box Bargains, and that's a 30% off coupon. It's good for the entire month, and you get it every month. So it's basically a continual 30% off. I do have a $2 off coupon if you're interested. I will link everything in the description box below this video, and you can check it out. But here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some of these electroplated coin rondelle thingies from the box. The rhinestone rondelles, and then the little 4mm electroplated spacer rounds. You're going to need a lobster. You're going to need 2 clamshell connectors. You're going to need 4 size 2 crimp beads. You're going to need 1 6mm, what is that thing called? Jump ring. Good grief. And I'm using a larger jump ring there for my lobster to clasp onto. And I've got some Coriana chain. This is available on my website if you're interested. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take my chain, and one of my little links is, sometimes those little links get kinked up and you have to unkink them. Okay, so I'm just going to take my chain and measure my wrist. So my wrist is little. It's very little. I can hardly ever get all the beads on that I want. So if I cut this, the length of my wrist, pretty closely, because I don't want this to be a loose bracelet. I want it to be a fit bracelet, snug, not tight, but I just want it to fit snugly. And so this chain is, we've got 7 inches exactly, or just a tad above 7 inches. So what we're going to do is go ahead and bead the middle like we want it to go. So I am going to start by adding 3 of these little guys. Now if you have a bead bug, you may want to stick it on the end so you don't lose all your beads off the end, which is probably, I should do that because I'm really, really bad to do that. Lose all the beads off the end of my chain, and that gets frustrating. I've done it many times. So let's bead bug this just so it doesn't happen. Okay. Now I'm going to take this guy, this little guy, and this one. 1 spacer bead. Same pattern as we just did. This one, this one, this one, 1 spacer bead, and one more time we're doing this little pattern here, and I'm going to do 3 spacers on the end. Okay, so 1, this is so simple, but it's so pretty. 2, and 1 more. And I love this chain because you can just let it show, and it's so beautiful. Okay, going to take that bead bug off. Now, what you want to do is you want to bend this in half. Okay, so it looks like this. It's a U shape. And the reason you want to do that is you want to have enough, you want to have enough movement in between these beads that this thing doesn't look poker straight when it's, crimped together, because that's going to be weird and you don't want it to look weird. So now that I've got the ends matched up here in a nice little U shape, I'm going to take my crimps and just allow them to fall down Well, if I can get it on there. On either side here. There's one. And here is the other one. This is basically the same exact thing we did with the necklace. We're just doing it shorter. That's all. It's just a bracelet. Okay, so I'm going to push these down just a little. So you can see how there's a little room there. You want there to be a little room there, okay? Just so it's not like crazy stiff. And then I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and I'm just going to crimp that crimp bead. And then I'm going to take the other one and crimp it. And I did put a little tension on there, pulled it just a little to make sure that this wasn't too loose, but I also don't want, you know, I don't want it to be too tight and my beads to look like they're poker stripe. So there's what we've got. We've got our little section here, okay? So it's going to come right on around, and this is going to fit me just exactly, pretty snugly like I want it to. Okay, so now we're just going to put our end on, and as you can see, this is so simple. So I've got, let's get out of there. I've got my clamshell connector, so I'm going to put my clamshell connector on here. And then I'm just going to put my crimp on, just like I did a minute ago. And then I'm just going to come down a little from the end, because you don't want it to, like I said, you don't want it to cut your chain. Pull it, make sure it's secure, and close this right up. Now, if you don't feel like this is going to be secure enough, you can put a little dab of glue in there. But I have never ever had these really come loose on me. And if you've ever put a crimp bead on here and smashed it down and then realized you wanted to take it off and tried, you'll understand. They just don't come off very easy. So if you've got it smashed down, you know, to where it's secure, you don't have to worry about it coming off. But you can stick a little glue in there if you want to, just to be safe. So there that is. Now I'm going to take my little jump ring, and I'm just going to jump ring my lobster on one end like this. Whoops. Make sure you get your little rings closed up good. And then I'm taking my larger jump ring on this other end, and I hope it'll fit through here. I think it will. It may not. No, it does. Just gotta finagle it around a little. Come on now, get in there. You could use a smaller ring, which would probably be better, but I didn't, so there it is. It's in there. All right, and here you have it. An adorable, super quick, super simple little minimalist bracelet. And see, it ended up being a little longer than I want it to be anyway. I could trim it. I'm not going to, but I could if I wanted to trim it off and make it a little shorter, but I'm not going to. But it is a little bit loose. It'll be a little loose on me, but that's okay. So here it is, your necklace and your bracelet. Now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, you need to subscribe so you'll know when I upload the earrings, because that's my next project here. And so subscribe and ring the bell. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's free. And that way they'll notify you when I upload the earrings for this. So if you're interested in subscribing to Bargain Bead Box, I'll have a link in the description box below. If you're interested in the Coriana chain or the clamshells, I will link my website in the description box below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Bye.